Assalamualaikum and good morning. In this video, I will explain to you the first and the last moment in my life. This video is basically for my ELC 590 assignment for project 2, and in this video I will try to convince you that everything I said is true and it's part of my life, and basically it is. First is in the first and the last moment in my relationship. The second is with the first and the last moment in myself, and the third is the first and the last moment in my family members. So let's get to the first part of my first and the last moment of my relationship. The movie Laskar Pelangi, which in English is Rainbow Soldier. The character that I'm trying to reflecting is Ikal. When the first moment Ikal met Airil, the first moment when Ikal saw her hands through the hole, to the counter hole, like everything was beautiful, everything was flowery, everything was so perfect at the moment, and no one can ruin his day. And I can say that that's what happens with me when in my relationship. Just knowing that, you know, the first moment when you start to go out, when you start to saw her every day, when you start to see her smiles, her laugh, her everything was beautiful until something bad happened. So Ikal tried to like ruin all the shop. She tried to like go to the shop more often. That's what I did, you know, trying to meet her every day and try to spend everything. And I can say that I did give my everything just to be with her and to spend time with her. And I can say that she's my first love, and at the same time, maybe she is my last love, because I was madly in love with her. It ended because when we start arguing and everything, that I tried so hard, tried to make it work, but it didn't. So let's go to the next point of my video, the first and the last moment in myself. Basically, the first and the last moment of myself is after the relationship, and that was in Form 5 when I was 17. The relationship lasts for about 1.5 years, because when I get after the SPM, my result was, to be honest, it was pretty bad. But I'm lucky enough to get into matriculation. Whenever I get that UPU result online, I was like quite relieved and disappointed a little bit in myself, because knowing that I could do better, except for that I was wasting my time falling in love. When I got into matriculation, I did my study. At that time I was single because I broke up with my girlfriend because I need to focus more on my studies. I just decided it that way. Long story short, by the end of the semester, there's this girl approached me, and 2 times confessed that she likes me. At first I wasn't into her. Just, well, guys, when girls start to approach you, just couldn't help it. You just will fall. Anyway, so when we finally get the result of our final exam, I actually got my pointer was 3.36, and I was so relieved that I got 3 and above. That was my target. When we talk about it, I asked her what is her pointer, and she said that it was 3.9 something, and I was like, oh man, congratulations, you did your best, you deserve it and everything. I said that. But what shocked me the most, when she said that she and her friend, her classmate, was actually competing who can get a higher pointer. I was so shocked by that. For someone like me, I never try to beat my friends with my pointer, because I know I'm not that competitive through learning, because I don't know, that's just not my thing at that moment. It's like a slap in the face, because I just realized that this is the world right now. People are competing for even everything, and knowing that I was so far behind. It was heartbreaking. The next is the third one is that the first and the last moment in my family. I already lost my grandfather and my uncle about 4 years ago. When I lost my grandfather, he lived in Kedah, and it's not that I'm close to him, but when she's gone, you can literally feel the sadness. Just when my uncle died, it was an accident. It was not that motorcycle accident or what. It is that a group of guys beat him up one night because of like they have an argument, and they beat up my uncle. And after that, was really in bad shape, and he can't even help himself. He can't even stand up himself. He's like, we need to help him go to the toilet. Recently, I've lost my grandmother on the Thursday night when I got the message from my mother. It was right after the dinner that we had. I got in my room, and my mom texted me saying that my grandmother passed away. There's this 1 week when it was a semester break that we actually we took my grandmother from home in Kedah. We brought her here in Ipoh to my house, and we actually take care of her for a week. And even though it was short, it was really worth it, because I was doing my work. I was drawing my drawings, and on the bed and on the front of the living room, my grandmother stayed. My mother was there. My grandmother was there. She slept there because it's easy to take care of her. When everyone was sleeping, I still remember that she suddenly wake up and called me like, Faiz. Her voice was very slow, but I can still hear it. So I came back and forth, because it was hard for her to sleep because of her pain. She had diabetes. It really hurt her, and taking care of her really makes me realize that the first and the last moment, that was my first moment taking care of her. I take her to bath, I bathe her, I feed her, and I bring her to the clinic every day. And when my grandmother passed away, I cried so hard, and that was my grandmother. Right? So just knowing that at the end of the day, one of my family will be gone. What happened if it's my parents? I can't live without them. I grew up with them. They're my life. I depend on them. I will lose my everything is one of them died. So knowing this, and realizing this, the first and the last moment are more, and it's more valuable than others. And in the end, I always pray that, hoping that I always hope that they live well and long and prosperity life. And I always appreciate them. I always try to make the best for them, trying to make the best of me, to make them proud. And I know that they put a lot of hope in me, and I'm not gonna ruin it by doing something stupid. And realizing that life is very short, making you realize that how valuable life is as a child. And I can't remember the first moment my parents loved me, but I always hate to know that the last moment is arriving, because somehow deep inside my heart I have to admit that I just hope that I pass away first before them. It's just that it's not that I don't appreciate my own life, it's just that I don't want to feel that sadness just knowing that they're gone. That it's better that I
I pass away first, because maybe I can't handle when they're gone. So that's makes the first and the last moment more valuable. So in conclusion, uh, the first and the last moment of my life is my relationship, and the second is the first and the last moment in myself, and my moment of realization, and lastly is the first and last moment of my family. So I hope that you're convinced now. This is me, this is my life, this is my first and my last moment, and I hope you that like this video, and leave a comment and like the video. Thank you.